Hola, ¿qué tal? Me llamo Gia. Today we are talking about the difference between señor, señora, and señorita. And perhaps you might already know the difference between them. However, do you know what to call your teacher? In el inglés, Mr. is always going to be señor. Anytime that we are dealing with someone that identifies as a male, we will always use señor. And if we are dealing with a person that is married, we will more often than not call her señora. If we are dealing with someone that is not married or younger, we will probably use señorita. In el español, typically señora also can mean an older woman. So, depending on the culture, depending on where you are, por ejemplo, in España, señora might be something that you use when you are talking with an older woman. So, be careful. In American culture, in high schools especially, with students that are learning el español in an American high school, we typically call our teacher señora. For example, señora and then their last name. And this is just because in American culture, we typically will call our teacher Mrs. or Miss, depending on who they are. We might say Señora Jones, Señorita Jones, depending on who they are in American culture. In Latin countries, we actually call our teachers something different. We don't say Mrs. or Mr. typically, unless you're maybe in a primary school and you're calling your teacher Señora or Maestra. Most oftentimes, we call our teachers actually profesor or profesora. Depending on your relationship with your teacher, if they are your favorite teacher and you adore them very much, you might also call them profe instead of profesor or profesora. And of course, if it is a male teacher, you will say profesor. If it is a female teacher, you will say profesora. And you need to change the ending depending on if they are a male teacher or female teacher. And if they are someone who you are very fond with, you'll say profe for both. If this video was helpful, give it a thumbs up, and I will see you later in the next video. Ciao, adios.